Holy moly. All right. I couldn't remember how many times the end of that song was. I haven't played that in a while. That is a great tune. That's from David Garibaldi's Play-Alongs, and that's back in the day. If you don't have the David Garibaldi stuff, what's wrong with you? Make sure you have it. Yeah, it's really great play-alongs, really super fun. You get to play with the Tower Power horns. You get to be with the band, man. When else are you going to be able to do that? Cool. So good to see all of you tonight. I'm going to be kind of bouncing around trying to make all these things happen. I'm going to try to go through a lot of material tonight. Oh my God. 20, well, it was going to be 25. It's 21 drum fills, possibly 22, but I have 20 drum fills or 21 drum fills on the PDF for tonight. So make sure you sign up for my mailing list. You'll get a free PDF download if you didn't get it already. If you're already on my mailing list, you probably have it in your inbox right now. And I just want to mention I have a virtual tip jar running, which you're not obligated, but anything, if you feel so inclined, nothing is too small. Nothing is too large, but nothing is too small. And really the reason I'm here is to kind of spread the joy of what I do and what I enjoy doing, and to show some stuff from the book, filling in the grooves, and share this with you all. And I think I should do a contest. I'm not going to do it today because I just thought of it, but we should do a contest for a couple of books. We'll do a giveaway. So I'm going to come up with something. Maybe we'll do some trivia. I remember at my book release party we did some trivia, and I was like, these are going to be really easy questions. And we go up and I'm reading the questions, and Joe B's like, dude, I don't think these are such easy questions. So I don't know. So maybe I'll have somebody help me put questions together so I don't drive you all crazy. And I just want to mention a couple of things before I get going, then I'm going to check the chat. Check out the cymbals tonight. Beautiful Sabian cymbals. I'm using a whole assortment. I try to keep this kind of in view angle so you get to see all the goodies. This 22-inch King Ride. HH King Ride, love that. And then various little arrow symbols here. This Evolution Crash HHX and these AAX arrow splashes, really fun stuff. And then my two favorites, which are always up here, Extreme Crash, Fierce Crash, 17 and 19. And then, of course, my artisan hats. So I just want to share my symbols with you, my good symbol goodies. Let me pull up the chat window real quick just to see if I'm actually functioning with the chat window, because sometimes that doesn't happen, and it's really a bummer when that happens. But I do see some folks. Lucia, right on top. What's up, Lucia? Bob Sears, what's up, man? Vincent LaRusso, what's happening? John Gill, what's up, buddy? How's it going, man? Bob, man, good to see you in here. I owe you a phone call. Don't let me forget. We're definitely going to meet up. I got to look real close because, man, I can't see. My goggles are fogged up. And let me see what's going on in here. Yeah, man. Jeremy, what's up? My jam. Yeah, Vincent. That is your jam. Did you ever play that one? And Restreamio. Actually, let me just make sure that I pull the actual chat window up, because then I can double check it. Cool. All right, we're good. So check this out. I'm going to basically start breaking this stuff down. I have a capture screen going, which I just realized I didn't face to me. But let's see if you can see the capture screen. So on my split screen, you should see live stream episode 25. Can you believe it? It's 25 live streams for this particular show. The other show I've done 18 live streams. That's a lot of live streams. I started doing this back in January, before the whole COVID thing hit. And, man, it's just been cranking them out. I'm really happy to be doing that. I'm really enjoying it. I hope you guys are enjoying it. If you're new to my live streams, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, because everything is archived. There's lots and lots of these. And if you also dig what I'm doing here, follow, sign up for my mailing list because I'm going to send you all kinds of goodies when I have these shows. Check this out. I'm fumbling through my pages real quick, but here's what we're going to do. These are my live stream checklists. For those of you who are my technology coaching peeps, I make you guys do checklists, and it definitely helps. Tonight went a little bit better because of that. This is live stream episode 24. See, if you subscribed, then you would have had that already. These are all the groove fills. And then this today was like some chicken scratch when I was writing out which fills I was going to do tonight. So, and one of them didn't make the cut, but I want to play this one for you. It's not in my list, but it is one of my favorites, and it's kind of a cool little ditty before I start the list. Let's see. Let's put the foot cam. No, that's all right. You'll get the idea. Some doubles on the foot. So this one is, so it's these fun little doubles using the hi-hat, which makes it kind of groovier, don't you think? Don't you think? So it's this kind of thing. Right? So now if you move that and you orchestrate that, we get this kind of thing. Right, so that's sort of a fun idea. So, and that is in the book, but I didn't make the list for tonight. But I had it on my little sheet. I actually just wrote it out from scratch because I wasn't going through the book looking for it at that particular moment. And then these, I know this is insane, but this is all my chicken scratch that was going to be the lists. So I'm going to throw those to the side. And I have the PDF. Yes. All right, so check this out. The first fill that I want to talk about, and this is what usually happens. If I go in kind of order of the book, I wind up never getting to the stuff near the end of the book. So I started near the back of the book and worked my way forward, so to speak. Now, this first fill, man, the first time I heard this, I was like, what? I totally did not expect it. And this is a Jeff Porcaro fill, and it's on the song How Many Times on Kingdom of Desires, which is 97? Hope I have that right. Now, Jeff Porcaro played this Toto tune down, and it's like a hard rock tune. It's pretty slow. And then there's a little drum break, and he plays this fill. And somebody thanked me. I think it was Dave Stanhope. I could be wrong, so don't get mad, Dave. But I think it was you that said, oh, man, I'm so glad you wrote out that fill from How Many Times, because it kind of eludes people sometimes. So check this out. Fill number 1, he does a paradiddle followed by a bass drum. 5 notes, bass drum, 5 notes, a little, okay? And then he goes back. So it's a pretty cool little thing. It goes back and forth. It sounds like this. All right, and then it ends on the snare. And I actually put in a flam at the end of it, so it's... I really like that fill. And notice that it's just 30-second notes. But if we think of it in terms of sixteenths, let's think of it as like a bar of 8/4. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 5 E and a 6 E and a 7, 8. It almost sounds like you're doing sixes, right? And the tune, I think the tune's around like 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and. Oh yeah, so he's playing almost like a cashmere. Forget where the hit is. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So yeah, so very cross rhythmic, right? So and the that snare hit is on 1 E and It's on the So that fill. Cool fill, right? How many times Jeff Porcaro on drums? Really dig that one. Super fun. I definitely got inspired by some stuff with that. Okay, now moving along, something really, really super simple, but again, I didn't expect this from Ringo. So, Savoy Truffle. So he starts out with this, which, you know, you usually don't hear him doing like double stops or flams or that kind of stuff. But ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. It's very swingy too, like, and then into the. Forget the tempo of the tune. I'm not getting the song in my head at the moment, but that's a very cool little Ringo fill. So I feel like from those two drummers, we just heard something that we kind of didn't expect from them. You know, we know Jeff Porcaro can play his buns off, but it's just cool hearing something different, and that Ringo fill is pretty interesting. Ba 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 boom da. All right. So the first two fills. So we're gonna move along. We're gonna do the next one is a Tony Williams fill, Proto-Cosmos. So this is on the Tony page, 10 Steps to Tony, and there's a couple fills from Proto-Cosmos, and this is one of them. Very interesting little fill. And it's followed. There's a bunch of hits. So you know, the band sets up this hit, and then these are kind of solo fills. So I really like that one. A really fun fill from Tony. And man, in that tune also, there's another one where he does, you know, the triplet thing that I do, I call middle foot syndrome in my book. It's doing those, and I think the fill goes oh yeah. It ends with that little triplet rhythm that I totally ripped that off of him, but I use that a bunch. So that little backwards Tony triplet thing. So, and he sets it up with something like 1 E and a 2, 1, because it's in 6. So there's this like little setup in the front of it. All right, so Proto-Cosmos, that's one of my favorite things, you know, from the Tony stuff. And you know, that's going back to Tony Williams' lifetime. But you know what I really love is check out his Tony Williams sort of quartet and quintet records later. Like Native Heart is a really cool one. The live in New York 1989 is amazing. What is the name of that record? I think it's just Live in New York for Tony stuff. And there's a tune called Citadel, which is really interesting. Check out that stuff. It's really killing from Tony if you're into that. All right, cool. So I'm just going to keep cranking away at these because I know time is, you know, I'm going to talk in between and time will be fleeting. All right, and then number 4 is from my Forgot About It page. And it's this fill. Everybody knows this. I'm going to do it super slow and then I'll speed it up. So we're starting out with a 6-stroke roll. Right? So we start out with the 6-stroke roll. The second one starts with the foot as a substitution. So And in the tune Asia, when he does this, he goes, right, because he's hitting those upbeat hits with the band. So I really love that fill. That's super fun. And the kick drum, the way he just plants it on the 2, the 3, 4, and. And by the way, I transcribed the whole outro of Asia in the book. The outro one that goes into the samba. That whole sort of ending groove that comes in. So I wrote out, that whole part. So definitely check that out. All right, so we're in 4. We're into 4 of the fills. I'm going to keep cranking. So I know I went through those pretty quickly. There's good explanations in the book, though, breakdowns of little muscle memory parts and stuff. But those are in the tribute pages. And by the way, in coming episodes, I'm going to dig deeper into the tribute pages. I promise you. So these are just a couple of the quick ones out of the tribute pages. This one, check this out. Oh, I'm not scrolling for you guys. So you missed the, see, because I don't have that screen. You know what? I got to, get that screen straightened out because I can't see it. Wait, hold on. Let me see if I can do it now. Oh, yeah. Wait, hold on. If I can't scroll, you're going to be lost. There we go. All right, so this one, the GAD Asia one, I'm sorry you weren't seeing number 4. By the way, don't pay attention to the bar numbers. Look at the little squares for the exercises. That's number 4. All right, now we're doing Hole in My Life, Stuart Copeland fill from the tune Hole in My Life. This tune is really cool because the groove, there's a lot of Stuart Copeland grooves. This groove is very, very unexpected. And then, it's got, this is the groove. I'll play the groove after this fill. It comes in and it goes. So at the top of the tune, they're playing this little groove. And he's hitting just the last piece of the triplet, right? The last partial of the triplet. And then he comes in with this fill, and he plays almost like an Afro-Cuban bell pattern on the tom. He goes, oh no, I reversed it. I'm sorry. There it is. I want to play my own thing there. Yeah. So that's the fill that he comes in with. So he's going 1, 2, 3, 4. Such a fun, powerful entrance way right there. So that fill, I really like that fill. Just punches you right in the face. Okay, so Hole in My Life, The Police, Stuart Copeland on drums, one of my favorite fills. And what I was saying about the bell pattern. So it's kind of in there, Okay, so anyway, there it is. Okay, this one, Inside Out, Phil Collins. I love Phil Collins. There's a lot of drummers that will have these discussions, man. Phil Collins, all the grooves that he played, on his solo stuff and the Genesis stuff, just killing groove player. And his fills are, nice, big, wide, open stuff a lot of the time. Classic-y sounding fills, really simple, play for the song kind of fills. So I dig this first one. That's all it is. 1 and 2 E and 3, 4 and 1. Right? Just really simple. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1. Right? Just laying it down. He's got some nice little fills throughout that tune that set up the hits. And then into the verse goes into that. Kind of cool, right? All right, so Phil Collinsy. We're feeling so Philsy in the Collinsy. By the way, his page is called Phil F-I-L-L Collins in my book. All right, so listen, don't make fun. I had fun naming those pages. I was trying to come up with, forget about it. It's hilarious. To me. I don't know. Maybe not to you. All right, here we go. Hurdy-dirty-dee. All right, let's see. So, what are we up to? Oh, Out on the Tiles, John Bonham. So, this is from Zeppelin 3, Out on the Tiles. And this little fill, I just thought it was really cool. This is an interesting tune, by the way. But he plays this with his, his custom, not his custom, his classic Bonham triplet thing, but very sparingly. I'll give you a foot thing because I'll play it up to tempo. I mean, it's super simple. I just lose the mouse over on the page that I wanted it on. To put on the foot cam. No, I'm making it really hard to get to the foot cam. All right, I apologize. So anyway, so that fill. Right, so just a little. You work on your Bonham triplets, right? Like from Good Time, Bad Time. From the Ocean and Good Time, Bad Times, right? Boom, boom. Boom, boom, that kind of stuff. So anyway, so he threw it in here. All right, so there's that one. Really like that fill from him because it was such a swingy feeling thing. And that tune's got like a couple odd time bars and it makes it really interesting. All right, so the next one, Summer Highland Falls, Liberty DeVito. I just love the tune, but I love the way he played it. He played it with such feeling and such simplicity, right? And again, this is like that Phil Collins fill in a way, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a 1. And I think he goes right to the rim click. Really beautiful tune. So check out that Summer Highland Falls. Great drumming by Liberty DeVito. Really, really sensitive. It just feels great. He's just playing with such great feel. All right, cool. I think I should keep rolling. Let me double check in the chat real quick. Because I guess we're rolling up on the halfway point almost. Oh, yeah, we're on the halfway point. Let me hit the chat window. Before I do the chat window, I got to move over to the other screen. If I can get my mouse over here. Okay, here we go. Live scene with chat. Cool. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Jim, are you using Finale for drum notation? No, I use Sibelius. I did a webinar for Sabian for the SEN called Sibelius for Drummers. And, it was, basically teaching how drummers can use Sibelius. But no, I don't use Finale. I tried switching to Finale. It was very frustrating. If you're used to one notation software, then switching over is very difficult, I found. And the other thing is, all my files are in Sibelius. When you try to convert them to Finale, Finale just made a mess of everything, and it didn't work. They were like, oh yeah, you can just transfer your files over and it'll convert. You might have to do a little cleanup. A little cleanup. It was bananas. Yeah, I couldn't do it. All right. Hey man, what's going on? Very good, very good. Hey Don, you made it in here. Very cool. Very, very cool. What's happening? Ross, what's up? Cool. All right, I think we're good. Steven Snyder, what's happening? And of course, I got my my squad from my my Thursday hands. I got Lucia, Bob Sears, Ross Amoroso, Vincent LaRussa, all these folks that kind of follow all my little live streams, and that are also technology coaching students or regular students. So it's really nice to have all you guys in here. Hey, what's up, man? What's going on? So it's good to see people hitting into the queue here. Definitely, I mean, if you have any questions about any of this stuff, fire away. But I'll keep rolling for now. So I'll talk about a few different things as we go. But the ones that I picked for tonight, there were some other fills that I had kind of thought about doing at one point. And I would probably have to do some real review on them because it's been a little while since, like, especially the tribute pages. My pages I use all the time in my teaching, but the tribute pages are always, people are getting to those last. And I think, since the book's been out a year, a little longer than a year, and it seems like people are working their way through it. And I have a lot of people that are sort of in the middle of the book right now. I mean, it's a long book. It's, 165 pages. But, these tribute pages in the back are super fun. There's some great stuff. By the way, there's, play-alongs and all kinds of goodies as well. Liberty's got his own page, Give Me Liberty. Bonzo Bits is the John Bonham page. Phil Collins is the Phil Collins page, but I spelled it F-I-L-O. Cobham, I just called it Cobham. Do you know that the working title for that page was Corn on the Cobham? And then I was like, I can't do that. I was like, he needs way more respect. Smithtown, the Steve Smith page, which I absolutely love, which I will do some stuff from these pages in upcoming streams. Jeff Picaro page is just Jeff Picaro. Officer Copeland is Stuart Copeland. Forgot About It, the Steve Gadd page. 10 Steps to Tony, Tony Williams. Ringo Starr. Todd Zuckerman's got 2 pages. Neil's got 2 pages. Neil Peart. And Gavin Harrison has 2 pages, as does Simon Phillips. And I'm about to do one from Simon. And this fill, what I like about Simon's fills is, again, the width. Wide open fills, right? And, I often, in my teaching, I talk about using the space will sound like a bigger fill sometimes than if, let's say, you fill it all up with a whole lot of notes. Sometimes when you do, let me just get my mouse back on the screen over there. Sometimes when you do stuff that's simple but wide in its spectrum around the drum kit, it sounds much bigger. There's Symbiosis. Okay. Simon Phillips. Okay, let me do the Simon fill. So I really love, that. I mean, sure, he can play super busy if he wants to, but this is one of those like pretty wide ones. And it's a lot like the Phil Collins. It's a lot like the Liberty DeVito in a way. So one and okay, it's going to be faster. I'm just playing it very slow right now. One and okay. And this is common. Like I hear this a lot from Simon. It's sort of like flam, grace, flam, grace, flam, grace, flam. That kind of thing. 1 and 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and 2 and a 3 and a 4. And it goes into that kind of feel. So, 1 and 2. So, really nice wide fill. And he lands on the 1. And that's the head of the tune, like the chorus. Ba 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 dun da dun dun. So 1 and 2 and 3. Oh. And he's got that little double kick, right? Just real simple, like. All right, so there's that one. Really love that fill. So that's number 9 on our journey tonight. Time for page 3. All right, I'm nuts. It's okay. 22. All right, we're doing good. We got 11 more fills. So now this one, I will tell you that this was kind of, this is a hybrid from one of my pages in my my linear fills thing. So, and it's a hybrid of that and When Things Get Odd, which is another page of sort of cross-rhythmic stuff, excuse me. So this is triplets, but in groups of 5. So the fill goes like this, and it's super fun. I mean, you could use as many drums as you want for this. I used my top 3 toms to make this fill happen, by the way. Sorry. I just have to tweak. I just hearing something. There we go. Haha. All right, here we go. So check this out. So it goes. That's the whole fill. It's usually written in 16th note triplets, but I wrote it for ease of reading in 8th note triplets. 1 triplet, 2. Oh, so we got the last note is on the bass drum of the 5-note sequence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can hear the cross rhythm where those bass drums are landing. It's landing on the trip of 2, on the 4, on the lit of 1, and on the trip of 3. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4. Make sense? So, I mean, it's, you know, really cross-rhythmic, interesting. And I kind of, you know, try to ghost a little bit of it so it's not all just punched in your face. So there it is. So that's really a fun fill. And there is also on the When Things Get Odd page one that's in 16th notes with the 5s. And 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. Okay, so it actually. Oh yeah. There's an exit strategy for that. Doing the 16th 5 1 and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. So what happens is if I do and a 1, right? So I have an exit strategy to go out. So I substitute at the end 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. 2 a 3 and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. Right, so that's the 16th version, the triplet version. Okay, so that's the triplet version of it. Any questions on that? Let me check in real quick over here. I gotta hit the chat window. Hey man, yeah, check out the Sabian webinar using Finale. Yes, John Gill. Cool man. Dan Andre, what's up, dude? What's happening? I hope it's tasty. I'm hoping to give you guys some tasty little morsels to mess around with. Yeah, I'm glad you made it, Don. Better late than never. Yeah, man. So, who is that? Dave Levitt? I can't read the name. It's like written so small. Great stuff. Fat feel nice. Who is that? Write it in the chat because your name is coming up tiny and I can't see it. It's actually also my OBS window is very small, so I really can't see what's being written in there. All right, let me go back to the live shot. By the way, make sure you sign up for my mailing list because you will get these PDFs, and if you follow, like the Thursday night streams, we do the hand technique workshop. I have a 66-page booklet of hand technique stuff that I've been sharing, with everyone over time. It's a great collection of stuff. I actually just sent a copy, to some of my educator buddies that may be able to use it in their lessons. So, eventually it'll be a published book, I hope. It does a nod to so many different people, including the likes of Dom Famularo, Jim Chapin, Sanford Moeller, Tommy Igo, definitely Jojo Mayer. There's a lot of nods to different people. Freddie Gruber, Bruce Becker, all kinds of goodies that are in that booklet. So if you follow, you can get a free download of the Hand Technique Workshop booklet. By the way, if you follow the link tonight, it's giving you live stream number 25, all of the fills. Okay, so that is that. All right, cool. I'm going to keep cranking along with this. And, man, I've been on the drums a very long time today. And where's my my split screen? There we go. All right, I'm coming back. So, yeah, I've been down here for many, many hours today. And, yeah, it feels great, actually. All right, so we did the triplets in fives. Now we're doing number 11, which is from the linear fills page, Walking the Line. And this one, I like this one because I use the hi-hat as sort of like a plant for spacing stuff out. So you can see it's Walking the Line number 8 from that page. And it starts out with a hi-hat foot. All right, so we're going to do this a little rough. And then we're going to return on the same hand. So it's going to end left for you guys. I'm doing it righty, so it's ending right. So we have that. So that's the fill. And what I like about the hi-hat planting is it gives it a certain timbre, but it also provides some extra groove to this thing. Right? And that could be a kick drum, but I think it's a little more overkill if it's a kick drum, right? I mean, it's still nice, but I like it on the hat. I don't know, it's just my thing, right? So 1 and 2. So I like the feeling of that hat thing. And I use that a bunch. I mean, that kind of stuff where the foot is playing the job of the bass drum. It's really funny, if you mess with this, like let's say you did the hi-hat foot. Then you say, okay, I'm going to try the bass drum. Then you go, okay, I'm going to drop in 2 bass drum feet. So you go... then you get a even bigger, punchier thing. Right now we're putting in the double bass thing. Becomes more of a hard rock fill, right? But I like the space of the hi-hat foot. So that is that. All right, cool. So that's Walking the Line number 8. That's fill number 11 of this evening's live stream. Now, this one, this is kind of an interesting thing. So this is from my Nolans page, and I'm doing this. So it's got this little repetitive 1 and a 2 and a 3. So it's that kind of feel. And then, you know, one of the grooves that I suggest for that page is kind of this thing. It's like a linear-ish version of a Nolans second line thing. So like right? So using that kind of groove with that kind of fill it's a nice little thing. And you know, you can move that around. So you have that little so anyway, Nolans number 7, nice little easy fill. Deep 6 number 10. This is related to that first fill, the GAD fill from earlier. So we're gonna do a 6-stroke roll with a 3-beat add-on. I mean an 8th note add-on really, but it's a half a triplet that kind of moves everything over. So you get this. So we're gonna go 1 triplet and triplet, 2 triplet and triplet, 3 triplet and triplet, 4 E and See how the 8th note thing, this, the add-on as I call it. I took out the tom just for clarity. And I'm doing, again, a triplet, right? Hand, foot, foot. So we get... right? So it's a real nice fill. It could be super aggressive if you want. It could be a fusion thing. It could be in a funky thing. Just use it in a song that calls for it. Don't put it in like Summer Highland Falls or something. Excellent. All right. Okay, that's number 13, Deep 6, number 10. You're still seeing the page? Yes, you are. I'm going to move this up a little ways. And we're going to do this one, Chronic Phlegmosis, number 8. So these are, you know... this is, I like cross-rhythmic stuff, as you could tell. So I'm like drawing, I went through the book and I'm just pulling out ones that I really enjoy. But it's just a Swiss Army triplet after a ride tap. And usually it would be in 16th note triplets, and it's in 8th note triplets for clarity, but it's 3 triplet and triplet, 4 triplet and triplet, 3 triplet and triplet, 4 triplet and triplet, 1, 2, a 3 and 4 E and triplet, 1, 2, a 3 E and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 triplet and 4 triplet and triplet, 1, 2, 3 E and 4. So you can hear that ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, right? Quarter note triplet over, you know, 2 beats, right? So what's kind of nice with that is it's subtle, but it definitely plays with the time a little bit, right? There was a whole bar. So, I mean, I kind of have a certain direction that I need to play that. I should practice it going in other directions, but right, so you can really orchestrate that however you want. I most often do it, I think, to the snare, but or there. Right, so super fun triplet thing. Again, you know, sort of these groups of 4 over the triplet, right? It makes it a little polyrhythmic. And then the last one on that page, which is number 15, is Look Ma No Hands. So, you know, that kind of thing, you know, if you're playing something funky and you get a little gap for a fill, try doing just a bass drum. It's really interesting, and I think it has a really interesting effect on the audience, especially if you're in a live situation, which I know we're not doing lately. But so let's say you're playing like, you know, maybe this kind of feel. Right, so I think it's a punchy little fill. Out of all the Look Ma No Hands fills, I kind of like that one the best. There's other ones where I do both feet, like, you know, sort of keeping a hi-hat going. But I like this one. Boom, da doom, da doom, doom, da doom. Right, so, you know, unexpected usually. But super fun to do. I said to Joe B, I was like, yeah, it's just foot fills. He goes, oh, you mean so like you can get fired? He said something to that effect. I thought it was really funny. Because, you know, not everybody will put up with a foot fill. But I think in the right situation, funky, soulful kind of thing, you get away with that. Triplets in 5. We already did that one. Okay. Oh, we're down to the last page. Woo! Woo! Isn't that what Letterman used to do? He throws papers across the room. All right. So, okay, this is Swinkopation number 4. This one, I've done the Swinkopation theme for a whole night, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. But this is basically taking a syncopated figure, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and converting that into swing, so we swing it on the triplet grid or rate. 1 and 2, 3, 4, or 1 lit, 1, right? And then we're going to fill in all of that. So now if we give it to one hand, ba 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 ba, right? Ba 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 ba. Now we're going to fill in the cracks. So if we're playing like doom. Right, so it's got a really nice feel to it. So, and this one is all the ands. It doesn't have to be for straight ahead jazz kind of stuff either. It could be, what if you're playing right? So in a shuffle situation, you could be hitting the hits with a band, ba 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 ba, got right? was a good, funky little application for that. So I really like the syncopation idea. How are we doing on time, man? Oh, 2 minutes? I can do all the rest of the fills in 2 minutes. Excellent. So crossing the line. You know, I just thought that these do feel a little like exercises in a way, but I'm hearing like tunes in my head. And I tend to do things where I'll play on the 2 of the next bar. I'll play over the bar line, play through the 1, and hit the 2. And the musicians that I've worked with that you know, have never complained about that or said that they actually like it. They think it's kind of interesting. So a simple thing might be 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2, and 3 and 4, and 1, 2, 3 and 4, and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2, and a 3 and 4, 1, 2, and a 3 and 4, and a 1 and a 2, and 4. So I'm going 4 and a 1 and a 2, right? So on this one, I just made it a little wider. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. 1, 2. So that would be, what if, you know, the band had a figure going across the bar line? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1. All right, cool. We're gonna keep moving. Thunder from Down Under number 5. A little bit of double pedal. So this one. So we're going triplets, sextuplets at the top, and then we're doing 30-second notes, same exact figure, a different rate. Right? So, you know, put it where you want it, the type of music that it fits, you know, not like Fire and Rain by James Taylor, but something, you know. So, you know, that kind of thing. You could punch it out with that. But it could also be, you know, it doesn't have to always be a double pedal metal kind of thing. It could be just a big moment in a tune, right? So anyway, and I like the same direction thing. Just super fun. All right, number 19, less is more. We're right there. We're 8:01, but I'm going to finish these. I'm sorry. 1 and a 2 and a 3. So first of all, boom, 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 dot. I played it wrong. So I like this one from Less is More. Just think that you have a space, like you're going 1 and a 2 and a 3, 4, 1 and a 2 and a 3, 4. Boom, 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 bop, 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 boom, bam, bop. So like, let's say you're going into the chorus of a tune. Boom, 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 bop, 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 boom, bam. All right. So anyway, that's that idea. When things get rough, number 20. Holy moly. So this is a little fives kind of cross rhythmic thing. There's a little paradiddle at the end, but it's 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a double stroke on the exit strategy. Right? That could be, any orchestration. Right? So wherever you put them, just play them super clean. Hopefully that was pretty clean because I'm right at the end here. And last but not least, number 21. Okay? And this is definitely a nod to the Asia thing from before, but so I like that fill. I use that a bunch. It could be swung. It could be straight. 1 E and triplet, 2 and 4. So if it was straight, right? So that's a nice punchy way to hit bop ba instead of bop boom boom bang. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Boom boom bang. Right? Good little punchy little figure fill, number 4. 21 drum fills. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I'm having a good time. I'm just playing drum fills out of the book. And hopefully, they were sounding good. They were feeling good. I hope you download the the PDF, sign up for my crazy mailing list, and sign up for my mailing list and subscribe to my YouTube channel, please. I need subscribers on my YouTube channel. By the way, for you technology nuts, I am going to set the date. I promise I'll set the date this week. I'm going to do a technology live stream, and I'm going to go through different parts of my setup and parts of other ways that I've set people up, because I've done a lot of setups for people. Lots and lots of people lately. Lots of drummers you've heard of, and guys that are in the same boat as everybody else, just trying to do this crazy thing, because a lot of musicians are this is the gig, this is what we're doing now. We're not able to connect with you in person. We do this. So hopefully, you guys are coming in, you're checking it out, you're having a good time. And I'm going to hit the chat window just one more time before we go out, guys. And I want to say that I'm really happy that you guys were here. Have a good night, Bob Sears. Lucia, cool. Lena was dancing. All right. Lena's going to be a little drummer so soon. Yeah, man. Don O'Keefe, Technology live stream. Yes, can't wait, brother. Yeah, it's going to be super fun. I'm definitely going to go through some different setups and, show you guys some different things. Dan Andre, hey, man. I'm so glad you came, brother. I haven't seen you since Philly, right? At that SEN not webinar, SEN live with and you were there and you did some presenting, right? So I miss you, Dan Andre. Hope all is well. And yeah, I'm gonna get rolling. If I missed anybody in the chat, it is a limited view of the chat window, so at times it's very hard for me to see the bottom of the chat window. So I do tend to miss some people, so my apologies in advance if I did that. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight. I am going to get running and go chill for tonight. I got a big teaching day tomorrow, so that'll be fun. Doing a track tomorrow for my good buddy Vincent LaRussa. And yeah, man, I'll see you all soon. I'll see you guys Thursday at the Thursday Night Hand Technique Workshop, 7 p.m. And talk to you real soon. Thank you for coming, and have a great night, everybody. Be well. Let's hit the credits.